So often I think people are worried about chemical peels and that what the next few days will look like. So the chemical peels that I do are from Illumia, and they are light peels, so superficial peels. That means there's very little downtime. Illumia MD are all about slow and steady wins the race. So yes, you can get medium depth peel, you can get deep peels. So the deeper the peel, the more risk there is to have unwanted side effects. So to limit that, we'd rather do superficial peels. So we can step it up each time and take it one, and especially when it's your first time, we want to have a light peel and see how you react to that. Let's give you an idea of what a peel does and what to expect in the days to come. So a chemical peel is a really good exfoliation. So the reason it's called chemicals is because we use acids like salicylic acid, lactic acid. So while these sound really scary, ascorbic acid is also an acid, but that is what vitamin C is. So I think we need to reframe the idea of an acid. Some acids are really good for us. So an acid means that the pH is low, and it's this pH that manages to loosen the skin, the bonds between the dead skin cells, and that is how we are chemically exfoliating the skin. We're loosening those the bonds between the skin cells, and that means in the next few days you may look a bit dry because those dead skin cells are starting to come away, and you may flake. The deeper the peel, the more likely you are to flake and have skin come off. Like when we're talking deep peels, that's when you might sort of look like you are a snake shedding. For a superficial peel, you may have none of the above. So obviously the more sensitive your skin is, the more it would shed, more likely it is to act almost like a medium depth peel. That's why I like to take it light at the beginning. So what I say is that maybe even the first day or two, you will be glowing, it will be lovely, and then sort of days 3 to 5, you might find your skin's a little bit tight, a little bit dry, and maybe you see a bit of flaking. It might happen in certain areas. In that instance, putting makeup on might make it worse, so don't try and hide it, because dry skin under makeup doesn't look good. But it doesn't mean that you have to stay away from work. Maybe what you want to do is plan when your days 3 to 5 might be, and this would be maybe not the weekend that you're going to a wedding or a special event. So time it that you've got at least a week before this special event, so that your skin's looking radiant and clear by the time it rolls around. On the odd occasion, some people might experience purging, but for the most part, I find that my acne patients actually see an improvement in the next days after a chemical peel. I like to say that the chemical peel is a kickstart to your at-home care. So whether that be for acne, pigmentation, just glowing skin on your skin journey, rosacea, it's a kickstart into your skincare journey and to your at-home skincare. With rosacea, it's a whole different type of peel. So we're only doing lactic acid, and that's extremely gentle on the skin, unlikely to cause any burning sensation at the time, unlikely to cause dryness. We're actually hydrating the skin and trying to restore the skin barrier with the chemical peel that we're doing. So always the safest bet if you are worried. So what else can we expect from a chemical peel? We need to be careful. So we need to be careful in the next few days, because that exfoliating process means that we are just a little bit less protected against the sun, just like a baby's bottom. So we don't allow the babies to go be exposed to the sun, and the same sort of thing applies to our skin when it's nice and fresh and we've got fresh skin cells out. So in the next 14 days, you are going to be extra diligent with your SPF. You're going to wear a hat. And to be honest, a lot of people undergoing chemical peels actually avoid them during the summer months. But if you are careful and you're doing light chemical peels, the risk is less. So obviously the risks of side effects go higher the deeper the peel goes. And so these side effects can be changes in your pigmentation. So while we do chemical peels to help with pigmentation, the last thing you want is to have more pigmentation as a result of the trauma of the peel. So the deeper the peel, the more risk there is to create pigment if your body is prone to creating pigment as a result of trauma. So you can even get too little pigment, so you might have patches of paler skin even. So like I said, superficial peels are unlikely to do that. Then you've obviously always got that risk that you could be allergic to any other products that we use, but still unlikely. So then there's something called contact dermatitis, and this can be confused with an allergic reaction. So contact dermatitis is basically where your skin's really angry with you. So this trauma that it's gone through has just kind of pushed it over the edge. So it feels hot, swollen, red, and inflamed. And in these cases, we want to hear about it, obviously, so that we can help you, because we can prescribe things to put on to help dampen that. But the post-procedure pack that I give you after your chemical peel helps to kind of dampen down any response of the body like this by adding calming ingredients that will soothe the skin. And then, most of the time during a chemical peel, what you're experiencing is maybe a sensation of heat or tingling, a little bit of burning, maybe. Is really what they're trying to say. But it's manageable, and I pace it. So we'll only go as far as you want to go, and I won't push you beyond that. And we can always take it slow and steady, and we can go a little bit deeper the next time if you want to. With the superficial peel that I do, called the radiant peel, we can layer it. So we've got different steps, we've got different masks that I can apply, and so we can tailor it to your need, whether it be acne, whether it be just wanting to have radiant glowing skin. We can target it. So if you have any further questions about chemical peels, let me know. Otherwise, I hope this alleviates some of your concern about them.